Funding for Shaperillis is provided by
Squarespace, the sponsor of today's video. Guillermo Del Toro's Frankenstein was one of my most anticipated releases of the year for one simple reason. I read the book for the first time a couple months ago. Yeah, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein was never a part of my high school curriculum, nor did I ever get around to it myself until my girlfriend recommended it to me. Though her favorite Mary Shelley work is Matilda, and she will go to bat for that book any day of the week. You should read that, it's really good. But Frankenstein is a phenomenal book. It completely lived up to the hype. It was so fascinating. I didn't really care what the DeLacy's were up to in Paris, but everything else about the DeLacy's and their interactions with the monster were the highlight of the book for me. And I was very pleased to hear beforehand that Del Toro's new film adaptation would follow the book much more closely than the iconic 1931 film, which I watched after finishing the book, and guys, I don't really like it. I mean, it's a fine piece of gothic horror that was undoubtedly mind-blowing upon its release in the 30s, but it lacks so much of what made the original book interesting. So many elements are changed to the point where it basically feels like a fan fiction. I mean, how do you not even keep his name as Victor Frankenstein? The whole point is that it's a reference to Paradise Lost and how God is referred to as the Victor because Victor is now God and you just name him Henry in the movie. I also hate the degenerate criminal brain plot point added to the movie. I don't know why Frankenstein needed eugenics, but here we are. I've heard Bride of Frankenstein is better though, so I'll watch that at some point. Again, I respect the technical aspects of this original film and what it did for the horror genre at the time. But as a big book enjoyer, I kinda despise it, which is why I was especially happy that Guillermo Del Toro's Frankenstein looked poised to follow the book. It really didn't either. Like, it maintains a lot of the loose structure, such as the creature being articulate and visiting Victor on the night of a wedding, and the whole framing device with the ice and whatnot. But there are actually a lot of changes here that I would argue also make it inferior to the book. It's not black and white, because they filmed the movie in color. But the character dynamics are black and white, because it could not be more obvious which of these two characters GDT considers to be the monster. Victor is just straight up evil in this version, and you're fully meant to sympathize with the creature above all else. It's crazy how Victor actually starts out trying to be a good dad in this, way more than he did in the novel. And yet somehow, that's even worse than when he just abandoned the creature immediately. Incredible. There are so many other changes abound here, far more than I really want to get into, because some of these actually constitute spoilers, despite this being an adaptation of a 200-year-old novel. But suffice to say, this isn't really a one-to-one adaptation of the book either, which must mean I hated this too. Yeah, that must be the case. Except actually, this was kind of amazing and one of my favorite films of the year so far. I don't know, man. I'm someone who doesn't need an adaptation to be one-to-one, as long as the changes and additions suit this new version of the story. And I think GDT's Frankenstein delivers on nearly all fronts. There may be less to chew on when it comes to the question of who is the monster and who is the man here. But as an emotional piece centered around an unloved, undying being searching for meaning in this vast, crazy world, this kind of soared with flying colors for me. It's a different take on Frankenstein that has shades of Del Toro's previous work. Like, there are some heavy Shape of Water vibes here for sure, but it all comes together in a way that makes perfect sense. There are some elements of the climax that are clunky as they try and fit in portions of the book that aren't quite as fleshed out, like the whole creature wanting a companion thing. And okay, there is one really bad line someone delivers to Victor in the climax that beats you over the head with its unsubtlety. But otherwise, I really dug everything else. I love seeing this interpretation of Victor that plays up his arrogance and selfishness to its natural conclusion. He was absolutely terrifying and formidable. And a lot of that comes down to Oscar Isaac's tremendous performance. I bought everything this vindictive, petty, evil little man did. And I even bought his sympathetic moments, even if I wasn't ready to forgive him. I understand that this characterization could be seen as a simplistic departure from some of the novel's greatest themes, but again, I think this different take on the novel allows for a strengthened emotional core in Jacob Elordi's interpretation of the creature. He is phenomenal in this. Bone-chilling whenever he speaks in the latter parts of the film, yet also wide-eyed and innocent as he learns about the world around him. His relationship to the DeLaceys in this film was one of the most surprising adaptational changes, but it made for one of the most powerful and devastating sequences in the entire film. I think this relationship is key for giving you hope once the ending rolls around, but I won't say any more than that. The stuff with the Lordy's creature are the best parts of the film for sure, but the first hour or so focused on Oscar Isaac's Victor are really riveting. I really dig the changes they made to his and Elizabeth's relationship. I like how his passion for her nearly draws him away from his work, even though there's a logical reason why they shouldn't be together. Well, to be fair, there is also a logical reason why they shouldn't be together in the book, but let's not worry about that. I even like the new character they added, played by Christoph Waltz, since even though it doesn't play a huge role in the latter half of the film, it's a good early example of Victor's callousness and ingratitude. Oh, and I haven't even said anything about the technical aspects. The production design is absurd in this thing. The look of the castle and the big mouth statue that I'm pretty sure is also a treasure in Pikmin 4, it's outstanding. The costumes are well realized, and the makeup design of the creature, oh wow. I really would not be shocked if this racked up a couple technical Oscar wins, and I even think a nomination for Jacob Elordi is in the cards. Hell, I hope it gets into picture too. I mean, the Academy loves Del Toro, and Netflix has a ton of Oscar campaign money, so why not? I was personally never big on the movie GDT actually won Best Picture and Best Director for, The Shape of Water. And I like Pinocchio, but I don't love that either. This is the first Guillermo Del Toro film I've seen that I've genuinely adored. It's such a unique vision for this story and this world, and stylistically, a perfect marriage of filmmaker and source material. Much in the same way that my favorite film of last year, Robert Eggers' Nosferatu, was. Which one do I like better? I'm inclined to say Nosferatu, largely because there are a couple growing pains with this adaptation, and I still have the book to compare it to, which is definitely better. But for what this is, I think it's an awesome demonstration of GDT's sensibilities as a storyteller. And it's undoubtedly gonna rank very high when I eventually rank all of his films. Yeah, I mean, like, of course I'm going to at some point. Probably next Halloween, honestly, why not? But for now, I'm giving Frankenstein a big old 9 out of 10. See it on a big screen if you can, or you can just watch it on Netflix, whatever. Anyway, instead of asking who is the monster and who is the man, why don't we ask ourselves who is the square and who is the space?
Oh, bro.
I don't know anymore, man. Here's a Squarespace segment now.
Squarespace is a wonderful online website builder that enables you to create beautiful websites for your business or personal hobby. I adore how easy they make it to showcase your expertise and engage clients with video content on your website. You can make stunning video libraries and even monetize your content by adding a paywall. Perfect for online courses, exclusive tutorials, and premium workshops. If you want to get discovered fast, that's where integrated Squarespace SEO tools come in. Every website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions, an auto-generated sitemap, and more, letting you pop up more often on search engines and attract way more customers. Squarespace also offers lots of built-in donation tools. You can create a professional, on-brand website that makes it easy to accept one-time or recurring contributions, and engage your supporters. Use built-in email campaigns and marketing tools to connect with your community and inspire more people to support your cause. Check out squarespace.com/ShayFrillis for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use promo code ShayFrillis to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.